Tonight, before you go to bed, you'll probably do something without even thinking about it. You'll lock your door, maybe check the windows, turn off the lights, fluff your pillow, and fall asleep completely confident that you'll wake up in the same place tomorrow morning. Now imagine doing that without a house. No walls, no bed, no lock, no flashlight, no phone, just you, your family, and a world where almost everything hiding in the darkness wants to eat you. For hundreds of thousands of years, every single one of your ancestors faced that exact decision every evening. As the sun disappeared below the horizon, they had one question to answer. Asterisk, where do we sleep tonight? Choose the wrong place, and your family might never see another sunrise. Sleep too close to a river, and crocodiles could find you. Camp too deep in the orphanage, and a leopard might already be watching. Rest in an open field, and hyenas could surround you. Hide inside the wrong cave, and you might discover it wasn't empty after all. Sleeping wasn't the reward for surviving the day. It was often the most dangerous part of it. So how did ancient humans solve a problem that modern people never even think about? The answer isn't luck, and it isn't bravery. It's one of the smartest survival systems our species ever developed, and it explains why, even today, certain places instantly make you feel safe while others make you uneasy for reasons you can't quite explain. To understand why, we have to travel back long before cities, before farming, before houses, to a time when humans were surrounded by predators every single night. If you looked at an early human 2 million years ago, you wouldn't bet on their survival. We weren't the fastest animals, we couldn't smell danger from miles away like wolves, we couldn't see in the dark like big cats, and compared to almost every predator around us, we were surprisingly vulnerable. By all accounts, humans should have become extinct long ago. Yet somehow, we survived. One reason was that our ancestors almost never chose a sleeping place at random. Modern hunter-gatherer societies, whose lifestyles still resemble those of our distant ancestors in many ways, carefully inspect potential camps before settling down. They study the slope of the ground, the direction of the wind, nearby animal tracks, the distance to water, visibility, escape routes, and even where the morning sun will rise. Every evening was less like making camp and more like solving a life-or-death puzzle. But if one thing mattered more than anything else, it was seeing danger before danger saw them. Think about where you'd rather spend the night. In the middle of a thick forest where every bush could hide a predator, or on a small hill where you can see the landscape stretching in every direction. Most people choose the hill almost instantly, and so did your ancestors. Archaeologists have found that many prehistoric camps were built on slightly elevated ground. Not towering mountains, but gentle hills overlooking the surrounding landscape. From there, approaching predators were easier to spot, floodwater was less likely to reach the camp, cold air settled into the valleys below, and insects were often less common thanks to the breeze. One simple decision solved multiple survival problems at once. But elevation alone wasn't enough, because danger didn't always come from the ground. A large tree might seem like the perfect place to rest. It offers shade, shelter, and protection from the hot sun. But ancient humans knew something we often forget. Trees had occupants. Leopards rested in their branches. Snakes hid inside hollow trunks. Dead limbs could fall without warning. Even today, wildlife researchers regularly observe leopards dragging prey into trees where other predators can't reach it. What looks peaceful to us could have looked terrifying to someone living 100,000 years ago. Ancient humans learned an important lesson. Never trust comfort. A place that feels perfect during the day can become deadly after sunset. Anthropologists studying the Hadza of Tanzania and the Juwansi of southern Africa have found that camps are often placed where people have wide visibility in every direction. Being able to see isn't just practical, it's psychologically comforting. In fact, geographer J. Appleton proposed something called the Asterisk Prospect Refuge Theory, suggesting that humans naturally prefer places where they can see the world around them while remaining protected themselves. It's why people often choose the corner seat in a cafe with their back against the wall and a clear view of the entrance. You're following the same instincts that helped your ancestors survive thousands of generations ago. But perhaps the smartest decision ancient humans ever made had nothing to do with hills, rivers, or trees. It was deciding never to sleep alone. Imagine hearing a twig snap in the darkness. Alone, every sound is your responsibility. Every mistake could be your last. Now imagine 20 people sleeping together. Someone is always lightly awake. Someone hears the noise first. Someone notices the distant growl, the smell of smoke, or the movement beyond the camp. Survival becomes a shared responsibility instead of an individual burden. Anthropologists believe sleeping in groups became one of humanity's greatest evolutionary advantages, because one person's awareness became everyone else's early warning system. Even today, scientists know that while you're asleep, your brain continues monitoring unfamiliar sounds, especially during lighter stages of sleep. It's almost as if a small part of your mind never truly falls asleep. still expecting danger to emerge from the darkness. And for most of human history, that expectation was completely justified. But even sleeping together wasn't enough to guarantee survival, because ancient humans eventually discovered something that changed the night forever. Not sharper weapons, not stronger shelters. Something far simpler, something so powerful that it completely transformed where humans chose to sleep. They learned how to carry the sun with them. Fire didn't just keep ancient humans warm, it completely changed where they could sleep. Before fire, the night belonged to predators. Humans couldn't see well in the dark, but lions, leopards, and hyenas could. A campfire changed everything. Modern studies of hunter-gatherer societies show that many predators naturally avoid active fires, giving humans a small but powerful circle of safety. For the first time, our ancestors could sleep on the ground instead of climbing trees every night. But surprisingly, caves weren't always the safest choice. They looked like perfect shelters, but bears, lions, hyenas, and snakes thought the same thing. Archaeologists have found many caves used by both humans and predators at different times, meaning entering the wrong cave could be a deadly mistake. That's why many ancient camps were built in open areas with clear views instead of deep inside caves. Water was another difficult decision. Every animal needs it, so rivers attracted both prey and predators. Sleeping right beside one meant putting yourself in the middle of nature's busiest highway. Instead, humans often camped close enough to collect water during the day, but far enough away to stay safe at night. They also paid attention to something most of us never consider: the wind. A steady breeze carried away human scent, kept smoke moving, and reduced insects. Small details like these often decided who survived until morning. But perhaps the greatest survival tool wasn't fire or the perfect campsite. It was each other. Sleeping alone meant every sound in the darkness was your responsibility. Sleeping in a group meant someone was always lightly awake, someone kept the fire burning, and someone noticed danger before everyone else. Survival became a shared job. Even today, scientists know that while we sleep, part of our brain continues listening for unfamiliar sounds, a survival system built over hundreds of thousands of years. And maybe that's why modern humans still prefer bedrooms with a wall behind them, a clear view of the door, and windows overlooking the outside. We think it's personal preference, but it may actually be ancient instinct. Every evening, our ancestors carefully studied the land before closing their eyes, because one bad decision could end an entire family line. Those who chose wisely survived, raised children, and passed those instincts to the next generation. So tonight, when you lock your door, switch off the lights, and climb into bed, remember this: your bedroom may be modern, but the instincts guiding where you feel safest were shaped long before houses ever existed. Somewhere deep inside your brain, a tiny part of you is still searching for the perfect campsite.